7 minutes of sunshine. I have I have more sunshine than you're going to be able to handle today because I have Andrew Levitt. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us today. It is a big day. What is today?
Today is election day.
Oh my gosh, so many people have been working so hard for so
Yeah,
long, including you, Andrew. And I know you've done a lot for this election, and thank you for everything you've been doing. And but thank you for joining us today because you agreed to share the values that drive you and kind of your superpower and how are you using those today. And of course,
yeah,
I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about the election, but I just want to do a quick intro. I think everyone knows you uh, wide and far, but just a few things about Andrew. You've been doing drag almost 20 years now.
yeah.
My gosh.
I can't believe it.
You are an activist, an actor, a singer songwriter. You are an 11th season of RuPaul's Drag Race and won Miss Congeniality. Yay! We have a street in Columbus named after you called Nina West Way in the Short North. And I think one of the coolest things ever is all of that hard work. You have funneled a lot of it into the Nina West Fund and donated $2 million to local charities that support our community, making a huge difference, folks. And I think the biggest thing that I've seen, and there's so much more, but when I think of you, I think of kindness, and we need a lot more of it. So I really appreciate all that you're doing, and I am going to pull up this cool little graphic we made together and let you talk about it. So it's all yours, my friend.
Okay, hi, good morning. I am so honored to be here. Tom, I appreciate you for asking me to be here. And I get to share a little bit about myself this morning. There are a lot of things that drive me. And when Tom asked me to create and talk about the things that I think impact me and who I am and all the things I do in my life, it would be specifically these four things. I think right now it probably changes every day and every moment, but I'm guided and I'm directed by authenticity, grace, kindness, and respect. I think it's really important. Authenticity, obviously. I think I can't really probably engage myself into this world without really truthfully having a commitment to myself and being my authentic self. Sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days, and those all drive and direct where I'm going with my life in any given moment. But the most important thing is that I honor who I am and I listen to who I am, and I try to speak to that in any given situation or case. So it's authenticity, and then I think it's really important to then go down to I think the kindness. They're all connected, but um, kindness is not only something that you give out to the world, but going back to yourself. You should give kindness to yourself. I think it's important that we are kind to ourselves and allow ourselves to figure out the things that we're experiencing. Again, I'm being authentic to our needs and our what might be like calling out the things that we need. Kindness and could go either way, right? I think respect. There was things you can choose on this thing that Tom gave me. And I was looking at it really carefully, and it says respect, and this it's self-respect. And I thought, well, I think if you possess the quality of respect, respecting other people, I think you're showing that you do respect yourself. So again, I think these are all interconnected and locked in together. But I think a strong sense of self and a strong sense of knowing what your job is in this world, and knowing how to interact and engage with other people in this world is really, really, really important. So I think it's important for me to respect myself and in turn respect other people. And grace. I chose grace because of where we're at right now in this moment. I think it's really important today's election day. I think it's really important that we allow ourselves the opportunity and the ability to maneuver in this world with a little less baggage on our shoulders and provide ourselves with grace and allow ourselves an opportunity for uh, forgiveness and allow ourselves an opportunity for space and grace. They rhyme. It's adorable. But allow ourselves the chance to um, figure out uh, where we again have the room to navigate and negotiate the space in this world. And to do that, you have to give yourself grace. We're going to make missteps, we're going to make mistakes. And we're also finding ourselves in a very unique period of a pandemic. So we don't have the ability to live life the way that we are used to living it. So giving yourself grace, giving yourself some forgiveness, giving yourself some leeway to figure things out is really important. I think that all goes back to authenticity. Uh, we are in this really great thing called life, and life, we get one shot at it, and you're gonna do it great, and you're gonna do it badly, and that's the joy of living. It's gonna be good, and it's gonna be bad, and it's gonna be great, and it's gonna have joy, and you're gonna have pain, and you're gonna have hopefully all of the a full life lived. But the only way to do that is to be authentic to yourself, your needs, and the desires that you have in this world, and remember how that and in those engagements with you with your own self and negotiating your own engagements with yourself, how that does truthfully impact the world that you're living in today. You being the best you can be, you're going to encourage other people to also rise to the occasion and meet you at their best. And that doesn't mean lying or giving some other version of yourself. It means being authentic to yourself. But I think the only way you can get to your authentic self is by dealing with going through the mire and the drudge, and it's all connected. But going through all of those things to be your authentic self. So yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Tell us about the superpower part now.
Oh my gosh, right. I forgot. So my superpower. I think my superpower is to connect or to lead or to unite. And I think that I do that in a variety of different ways. I think it's my superpower right now. Again, Tom, I think we all are given a lot of superpowers, but I think that I think what to connect is I think I'm really good at making a connection with people who are like me, people who are not like me, people who are on varying ends of the spectrum, you know, and to be able to speak to, I think, what's very important to us, and talk about, and I think the power of storytelling and the power of connection to
Yeah.
the things that are important. Not necessarily, I don't mean that in the sense of, oh, let me introduce you to this person. I mean, in connecting our storyline specifically as LGBTQIA people to people who might not otherwise care about it, connecting a storyline of bullying to people who might not have a sense of awareness of it, or even figuring out and doing the work to figure out my own insecurities and how I can best speak to that, to connect to other people who might feel the same way, and how do we combat that to make a rise to a different level and to change and be our better selves. And I think that goes with leading and uniting. I think those are my superpowers.
Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. I love it. Thank you. I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, listen, you have been using your superpowers like crazy, and you've brought lots of people together, from your story time drag stuff to, just the message of kindness and, love. And it's been so fun to watch. And, I think, you're making the world a better place every day. And so I want to hear from you on this very special day
Yeah.
that many of us have been working toward for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
I want to hear what do you want to share today on election day with folks that are listening, and a lot of people are going to be listening to this. I promise you.
I can tell you, again, going back to one of the things I really value is my authenticity. I come from a family that is deeply conservative, and I know that that has been problematic for myself and my family engaging with the things that I believe in, the things that I hold very true and very important in my life to my own health and happiness, and the health and happiness of an entire LGBTQIA plus community, or communities of otherness. And so today's a tough day. Today, for interpersonally, today's a tough day, and I know that it's really important that I stand in my truth and I take this opportunity to use my voice in the most powerful way. I sit in a position of privilege, and I understand that. I know that I, not only as a white male, but also as someone who has a platform, I sit in a position of privilege to be able to talk about this easily. And just, but it doesn't mean it's any easier on myself. This is this is a tough part of this, but I'm so proud to stand in my own voice and to stand in my ability to go and cast my ballot. Granted, I've done it already. I voted absentee, and my vote has been counted, and I'm thrilled. But now today is the day that I get to assist in any way that I can to make sure that the vote is out, and that we get out the vote today, and that we motivate. And if you're sitting there watching this and you're going, oh, I just don't know what's the difference between, and I can't decide. I'm not going to do it. If you're sitting there and you're one of those people who are saying, I'm just not going to do it, this election needs you. We need you to exercise your right, if not for yourself, for millions of other people who do not have the right and the privilege that you do right now to sit at home and decide whether or not you're going to actually do it. That's that's a gross privilege, and I hope I don't want anyone to look back at this election in 4 days or in 4 years and go, I should have, I wish I would have done something to make my voice heard. And so I think that, so I'm on the scale, I'm on the spectrum right on top of yeah, I mean, interpersonal relationships are really strained, and today for me, they have been for the last 3.5 years, and I don't expect that will go away anytime soon. But I'm doing the work that I need to do to ensure that I am happy, and you can't always depend on other people to give you happiness. That's the really, that is a tough lesson to learn, and not every, but this is also the other side of it. I also said to you, I think my superpower is to connect. I think as I'm thinking about all of this, I think it's really important also that we are able to meet other people with where they're at and understand and have conversation. I don't agree with my family. I don't agree with my parents. I do not agree with it. And part of my job is to also be their son and talk to them and let them see the human side of these issues, and let them see how it's deeply impacting me. When you vote for Donald Trump, how it's going to ruin my life, or ruin the lives of many people. There are people in cages at the border. This is not normal. This is not healthy. We have to humanize these things to people who might not understand. And yes, I mean, I'm coming from who knows what's going to happen? But the important thing is that we are able to allow ourselves the opportunity to stand in this moment, to speak up for ourselves. And if you feel like you don't have to use your voice for yourself, what a great day to use it for somebody else. We're all desperately in need of it, and we desperately need change, and we definitely have to refocus the direction with which our country is going. And I think that's Joe Biden.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'll tell you, no matter what happens, and I do feel good about today, just so you know,
I do too.
no matter what happens, we're here for each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I love how you talk about meeting people where they are. That means everybody, and showing up authentically. That's how we change the world. And we're gonna get through this, just like we have the last 4 years. And we're gonna make the world a better place. And we only have control over ourselves, as you know.
Right. That's right.
But what a beautiful message today, Andrew. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for getting up early today to do this.
I'm ready to go get the vote out. That's what I'm ready to do.
I know you're gonna be working all day, but thanks for all that you do, shining that light. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this no matter what. We will come together, and we're gonna make it all better. And thanks to you, and thanks to many others. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you and Rick for everything you've done these last 4 years and before, but specifically raising to this level of trying to make change, which this has been no small feat. You are helping lead the way in the charge, so thank you very much. And it's election day, so if you're watching, I know you know this. Today's the day to vote. This is your last
vote, and drag someone else to vote. Drag someone else to vote, right? Drag them. Just drag them.
Drag them to vote.
And remember, Even when it's really damn cloudy out, the sun is always shining, my friend, right?
That is absolutely correct.
All right. All right. You have a wonderful day. I will see you on the other side of the election.
Side.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Thanks, Tom.